This is.
I need to take this TLC down before I get copyrighted in this bitch. Good? Are we ready? Let's do this, Cullen.
Okay.
And action. What's up?
What in the world?
We got loud.
We always get hype.
I can't help it. I love it.
DTM in the house. Another episode of Don't Tell Mom coming into your ears and faces.
What's up, y'all?
Everywhere and anywhere and everywhere and always.
We are everywhere.
We are everywhere. We are the brother and sister duo of Don't Tell Mom podcast.
What's up? I'm Brittany.
I'm Cullen, and we are sitting here talking about stories and everything that we did to
just
deceive
life,
our parents.
Yeah,
and,
just life.
And
though.
life in general.
Life in general.
And what our kids will do one day to us and technology and everything.
I know.
Everything.
That's what we were talking about the other day.
This is what I wanted to mention. Anchor, if you're listening to us on the app, now has a little support option. So you can. It's kind of like, I guess, if you're familiar with YouTube, it's like a Patreon type deal. So if you're enjoying what you're hearing and seeing, mainly hearing for the people driving or studying. I saw somebody comment and said that they're listening to this while they're studying. That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
But if you're enjoying it, you can submit a little monthly donation.
Little slide, little what do you call it? Allowance?
A little allowance. Yes,
slide on the table. 20 out of mom's purse. Go ahead and lay it on me.
Get it on the couch. We won't tell anybody. I promise. But no, it's kind of a cool, like, it's incentive for us, I guess, because we see, we obviously see with the views and the comments and everything that y'all are enjoying these, but it's just a little added bonus.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like on YouTube when you can do the super chats and stuff. And when you're on live, and it's pretty cool.
So if y'all feel obliged, then you can donate. It's a monthly thing. I think you can just opt out anytime you want. But
hey guys,
I'm thinking. Go write a check from your dad's checkbook.
This pregnant lady's hungry. I gotta eat. I need $5.
Give me your money.
I just spent all my money on Milo's. I don't know if anybody out there knows. If y'all are from the South, you know what a Milo's is. But daggum, that Mega Meal combo color. I just got me one.
Anytime I go to Milo's, Katie doesn't even have to ask anymore. It's just like number 5, lemon pie, sweet tea. And I used to get it cut in half, but now I don't even care about getting messy anymore.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it was one of those.
Part of the fun.
It was one of those things growing up that I had to acquire taste to because Mom loved it.
And Captain D's, damn, she was always wanting Captain D's. I was so sick of Captain D's. I thought I would never want Captain D's again, and now I love it.
The battered fish meal. I got 4-piece sometimes. And that crunchy cold coleslaw.
With the vinegar.
Ooh, the malt vinegar.
I'm just a big fish and chips fan. I can't be doing Captain D's and all this fast food right now, though. Corey, he found that on the credit card statement. He whooped my ass. He said, "You are feeding our child this crap." I can't help it. I'm hungry.
Oh, my gosh. The extra tartar sauce. You got to get the extra tartar sauce.
Oh, yeah. The Hush Puppies.
And the Hush Puppies, yeah. And Dad, he would literally call the restaurant, and if he got home and there wasn't extra tartar sauce, and he would complain and get like a free meal out of it.
Yeah.
For a free pack of tartar sauce. But no, it's just I was thinking that we could kind of like tie into anybody that does want to donate to us, like add some type of like, I don't know, perk on the website. We need to work on the website some more and get it fully customized and all that. But like, add something to the people that are paying,
right? Some
type of perk benefit or something. I don't know. We'll have to. Y'all leave any suggestions you have.
Yeah. What do you want us to do to you?
But that's kind of a cool little thing Anchor's got going on here. I
want to bring a fan on the show and slime their ass.
Ooh.
We have not slimed anyone yet, Cullen. You said there'd be slime.
We need slime.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Double dare. Obstacle challenge. What was it? Oh gosh. What was it? Not the aggro crag. I'm getting 4 different Nickelodeon shows mixed up.
You're talking about where they slime you. What's it called?
The Double Dare Challenge or Physical Challenge.
Double Dare Challenge. That was it.
Physical Challenge. You could opt to either answer the question or you would have to do the physical challenge. That's what it was.
Okay.
And those families, they would dig the slimy boogers out of that big nose. Remember that?
Oh yeah, God, that was disgusting.
And they would climb up through there. Some of those, I think it was, I don't know, it had to be rigged because I'm like, these people could go a lot faster. They're just kind of moseying along. Like,
I love that shit. I don't know, Cullen. Have you ever tried? Like, have you ever done? I love that show, American Ninja Warrior or whatever.
Oh,
but have
yeah.
you ever been on an obstacle course that's made for that? Even the easy stuff is hard. Like, it's so hard. Like, I went on like a little kid one in Colorado one time, and I thought I was gonna die. Like, I was on one of those like swingy things that you're supposed to, you know, run across of it, but it's just a bunch of swings basically. You're trying to run across a bunch of swings, and I'm like clinging for dear life up there, just stuck on one swing, can't reach the other one. I mean, it's hard, Cullen.
I
harder than it
imagine.
looks.
Well, they have like a mini one set up at these trampoline parks now. Like, you know, where they mock the Ninja Warrior stuff.
That's cool.
And yeah, my forearms after just doing my forearms are sore after doing the toadstool hops.
Oh, yeah?
Where I don't even use my forearms.
That's so weird.
No, I'm just kidding.
I used to love all them shows though, them Nickelodeon shows, and you remember Keenan and Kel? Welcome to Good Burger. Home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
God, what are some other old school shows that we used to watch? Saved by the Bell, obviously.
Well, like Gladiator and stuff. I used to love that one. We tried to do Gladiator at home. You remember that? We would take, what would we do? Like take the broom or something, and attach pillows to it. And stand. I just remember standing. I don't remember where we were, but we would stand on something and try to beat each other off of it. Like we would stand on like have two chairs, and I'd be on one, and you'd be on the other, and we're just beating the crap out of each other with broomsticks and pillows duct taped to them. I mean, I don't remember what exactly we used, but I just remember doing that. And it was so much fun. Like,
we had some major knockdown, drag out pillow fights.
Yeah.
Like you'd roll that thing up and get it like brick hard in the bottom.
Yeah.
And it was like beating you with a full of bar soap. Yeah.
You remember that movie Step Brothers came out?
Step Brothers.
You text me and was like,
Holy
and I'd never
cow.
seen it before, and you text me and talked about how you were going to fill a pillowcase full of bars of soap and beat the shit out of me with it. I was like, that's not even funny, because why would you even say that? I didn't realize till later that it was a movie reference.
Holy cow. We would do that, and we did the whole fill in the socks with like quarters and stuff in the bottom of it, and like it's a medieval.
Do you remember Dad talking about Aunt Joan wrapping her legs up like that?
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, he like showed us how to do it, and then we used it on each other.
It was a stupid
Annie got the
on Annie.
the most of it, but we'd take 3 tube socks and fill them up, and then tie them together at the end, and it would create like a trifecta of just a fan. And just go run, Annie.
Yeah,
and she'd be like, why? And then before she knew it, she was like wrapped up, just flopping like a fish. Her ankles. It's like once those things hit your feet, they just wrap around and you're done.
Oh yeah.
But no, the pillow fighting, that was intense. I think I broke
you
my
knocked
toe or broke Annie's toe or something.
I remember my face would be red, like my head, my ears would be ringing, because I would just you would just beat the shit out of me with that pillow, and it's not even fair. It's like a heavy feather pillow.
Yes. You always had your favorite pillow fighting pillow, and we would like literally like I see my kids just kind of wrestling around, and even when they go to give each other a hug, they don't know.
It's like, there's a hug.
Yeah, they don't know when to stop, and I'm like, whoa. But like, when I think about our childhood and like how vicious we were to each other.
God,
it's almost incredible that we survived.
Cullen always had you always had some new wrestling move with gold dust and the Undertaker. What are those? You know, what I'm talking about, the brother, like Braveheart, or what was his name?
The shooting
something
star.
Hart.
Yeah, the shooting Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, that was it.
I did the figure 4 leg lock on you.
I don't know why the hell I was always willing to participate in your crazy stunts. I don't understand it.
I'm
I
like,
was
here,
an idiot.
lay down. Let me wrap my leg around your leg and then just try to break it. Tell me if it hurts.
Dude, I remember you used to put your knuckle out and just pop me on the arm, and my arm would literally be numb for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah,
Frog.
Who remembers the thump game? Do you remember that? On the back of the school bus, where you would put your hands like this, like you would
cup your hands.
You'd cup your hands and like keep your fingers straight.
Okay.
So when you flick it, it would make like a boing, like a type sound. Oh, but people would get these like the thumps where they would like not just a flick, they would get their finger up in their notch of their thumb and their first finger, the pointer finger, and literally just wind it up, give a little elasticity to it, and we would sit on the back of the bus just swapping thumps, and my hands would be bruised for like a week.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just like the harder you could thump, the better you were.
I guess.
I won the bus ride home. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. We did some crazy stuff, but cause, I was thinking about we talk a lot about how we were bad and we did bad stuff, but it wasn't all bad, was it? I mean, we were good sometimes. Like, surely we did nice things every now and then. Surely we did something to be proud of here and there, right?
Yeah. And if you listen to our last episode, we talked about like the creative ways that we were punished.
Yeah.
Or you were punished.
Yeah,
I kind of floated around. I said, and yeah, there were times where we did good.
Drawing a blank here.
But no, like especially with the grade, doing good in school, getting the good grades and stuff. Dad would reward us and let us go pick out stuff. It was always stuff that would benefit his leisure. Like,
right.
He would get us stuff to get us outside to where he would still just be able to chill.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
You could only have something from this aisle, and it was all outdoor activity stuff.
Yes. It's still good, I think.
Okay.
Also, we're having a little business meeting here. In the past few episodes, if you've watched on YouTube, it like cuts off the video because we don't have anybody controlling the cameras. So if you see one of us hop up in the middle of the episode or something, or if you hear like some rustling around, it's because I'm going to reset the camera and stuff. So we've set a timer now to remind us to try to get all this SD card stuff and camera stuff figured out.
Yeah.
But we're on episode 15.
Is it 15?
No,
16.
This is 16. Last week was 15.
Yeah. 16 episodes. Holy moly. That's like,
crazy.
what, 4 or 5 months? 3 months? Something like that. I can't count good.
Pregnancy brain. Speaking of business meetings, too, we have a shirt hanging up back here. We're getting a poster in soon. But we're getting ready to launch the shirts finally here soon. We're working on some assets.
Some other cool stuff I'm really excited about.
I've got a Don't Tell Mom pillow upstairs in the playroom. I should have brought that to show
and it's
y'all.
so cute in the playroom, too.
It's freaking awesome.
That's like the perfect place to have the Don't Tell Mom pillow is when they're in there playing, doing stuff they don't want Mom to know about.
Yes. Like, it makes so much sense.
It does.
Just chill in there. Don't tell Mom. So, yeah, y'all check that out. Those are actually, right now, I think you can go get those and everything else, towels, posters, flags, all that kind of stuff. But the shirts are coming soon with this new updated logo.
Yeah.
Those are in the works. But so be on the lookout for that. And with the holidays coming up, that'd be kind of fun for your little brother or something, or something like that. I don't know.
That'd be cute. Yeah. But so when we were the few times that we were actually good and we were on point, I just remember Dad always taking us to like Walmart and we get to pick something. And remember, like I used to pick. We got fishing poles. We got tennis rackets. We got all kinds of fun stuff. And I just remember being so excited because we'd get to do that. We'd get to go pick out a toy or whatever if we got a good grade.
Yes.
So the whole incentive was, if you do good, if you get the C to a B, then I'm going to take you and get you something. You can get a present.
Right.
And so it was blackmail. I mean, really, that's what it is.
It was blackmail incentive.
Let me find a parent out there that hasn't blackmailed their child before.
Oh, gosh. It starts at an early age.
Here you have a piece of candy if you clean up your room. You can do this.
Well, we're in the middle of potty training, and Brooks brought me a pack of gummy bears this morning, or fruit snacks or something. Just
like, I want these. Open them.
Yeah, makes him just go berserk. But I just said, if you go poopy in the potty, you can have the whole bag. And so they learn that at a young age. I'm trying to think what else. Mom used to she would promise for like diving practice or like extracurricular practices and stuff. She would give us
candy
donuts on the way home or something if we did a front flip off the diving board.
Right, you better get down. I remember one time we were at UAB, and this is a long time ago. That tells you how how long ago it was, but it was one of the first places me and Cullen started diving. I think I was probably 8 or 9 years old, something like that. But I remember being on the 3-meter diving board, and it's scary up there, y'all. For an 8-year-old, I mean, it's pretty tall, okay. And I'm standing on the edge of the board for probably a good 20 minutes, and I'm in my bathing suit, and there's people behind me, and this is diving practice. It's an hour-long diving practice. I'm taking all day up there. But I'm scared, y'all, and they want me to do a flip, and I can't. I don't want to do a flip, and I know I'm gonna bust, and it's gonna hurt, and so finally, Mom gets her sweet tarts out of her purse and says, "You come down, and you can have a sweet tart." Boy, I got off that board so fast, I flipped myself all the way over, and I got down there and I got a sweet tart. So she could always bribe me with candy. I was pretty easy, I love candy, so it's an easy sell, but. I remember that. I remember, you remember back in the day when we had the dial-up, like this? I'm showing him a picture now of the AOL screen, where it's like the little man and then the man running, and then he's joined with all the other people.
Make that sound every time. Then
yeah. But they'd have to like limit us to how long we could get on the.
Those were like the beginning days of the internet.
Yeah, so if you did the dishes, you got on 15 minutes longer on the big internet, because it was only the one computer, it was down the office, and we had to share. We had to take turns, and I mean, for your 15 minutes that you were on there, 5 of it was dialing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
and
any extra
hope
time.
It connected.
Yeah, I'm going to find Carmen this time, by God.
Oh, gosh. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I mean, there was nothing. What were we doing? I remember the chat rooms.
Oh, the ASL, like age, sex, location. You just type somebody and be like, ASL.
Yeah, who are you?
And they'd be like, 15, male, California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was
always deduct like 5 years. Anything you hear online. And then like there's that game Myst. Remember grandmother had that game Myst? It was kind of like a mystical game where it was like a search and you're trying to find all these clues to get out of this state, out of these worlds. I don't know. That was a fun little.
I don't know. I remember the very first one that I think they ever had, and the very first computer that was ever built was a dinosaur coloring game.
Oh, and Mahjong.
Mahjong, yeah.
Remember Mahjong? Is that how you even say it?
I don't know.
It's like Chinese domino / puzzle game where you try to like work your way from the top to the bottom by matching. It's like a matching game essentially.
Yeah.
But if you didn't do it strategically, you wouldn't win. And yeah, that was fun. And then solitaire.
You know why?
Golly.
Let me tell you. You know why computers became a thing? You know why it all became a thing and it blew up? Is because it started with these little games, and it was a very, very expensive coloring book, basically. And then it turned in, and the parents of the kids that bought these contraptions realized that they just had silence in their house for 15 minutes because their kid was on that computer coloring. And so then it was everybody wants a computer to get 15 minutes. Because, I mean, what did you do before then? You were just stuck with us all the time. It was in or out, go outside and play. I mean, just running them up.
Well, it's so crazy because, like, even in this day and age, the iPad is like a babysitter sometimes.
Yeah.
Even at like the dinner table, when we go out to eat, it's like if they don't stop throwing their food and fork on other customers.
Can someone please put Blippi on?
Yeah, really. It's like, golly. And we like were so against it until Brooks. We were like, no, we're not having screen time. And we've kind of limited it as much as possible, but like the first thing in the morning, it's like, where's the iPads? Because they just want to chill and watch their iPads. And
you just want to chill and watch your shows too, so it works out good, right?
Freaking wake up.
Yeah, right. Just
like,
give me a minute, child.
Yeah, but no, the addiction, the screen time addiction is crazy.
I know. You remember what we used to have to do? I mean, think about it now, but when we were younger, you remember what we used to have to do?
Oh my gosh.
I just showed him a picture of a Blockbuster membership card. That was one of our rewards if we did good throughout the week. And when video games came out, I was like, snap. Cullen would be roaming those video game aisles in Blockbuster. Yeah, buddy.
And you had to go pick your movie out. Please be kind, rewind. And you get so mad if the person before you didn't rewind the video.
I'm showing them. I just put in growing up in the 90s in my phone. And it's funny because we were just talking about this last week was the order 12 CDs for a penny. And this is one of the pictures that they're showing us. Like floppy disks, gushers, all these like things that you would know. Yeah, Pogs. Oh, Orbit. You remember the drinks?
The drink with the little Orbeez. Ew. What if Orbeez came from the name Orbit? Because those are like Orbeez in the water. I wonder if Orbeez
is the same company.
I don't think it's the same company, but I think they probably like.
It's like if y'all don't know what that is, it's like a drink that looks like a lava lamp, and it has these gummy little weird. Like it was disgusting.
Oh, I loved it because it was like as a kid you were like.
It was, but like now to think about drinking something with these little like weird textury little gummy balls in it is like ooh, that makes me so sick. Mixtapes.
My gosh, remember we used to have to sit there, and I remember calling into the radio station, spending the night with a friend one night, and calling requesting Can't Touch This by MC Hammer.
And get the dial tower every time it was busy, the line was busy, you just call over and over and over again until you finally got
you would sit there with the blank cassette in the radio, and as soon as your song came on that you wanted, like I think half the mixtapes ended with and that was MC Hammer. Da 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 da. Up next, we've got, and then cut. Like it'd be like catch the end of the DJ talking on your mixtape. But that's the only way you could make mixtapes back in the day was recording the radio.
Or you could hold up your if you had two boom boxes. I don't know what else to call them.
Yeah.
If you had two boom boxes like we got up here, you have one and you hold the one up to the other one.
Yes.
You remember doing that? And you have to like rewind and fast forward till you got the one song, and then you record that one song onto your other mixtape. Because you wanted to make a mixtape to give to your girlfriend, tell her how you feel about her. Some TLC and some,
Oh my gosh, we used to have some fun with that.
Yeah, we did. We got Daria. I mean, this little site is too funny.
There's a lot of stuff on this. Is that a BuzzFeed?
It's like it's a BuzzFeed. Yeah, it's like the little calculator. The what do you call these? The Cliff Notes.
Oh, the Cliff Notes.
I never did a report without the Cliff Note. Like
when I found out about them, I was like, why hasn't anybody told me about this? But see, now you've got like Apple Watches and stuff to where you can like literally just like look at your watch and see if somebody texted you the answers or something. I mean, I don't know. Our mom is in the education system, and
how did she?
I don't even know if I can tell this story. This happened yesterday. I'm not going to say anything.
Look, I'm going to tell you a story. I'll tell you a story. This is an old school. She's not even at the school anymore, but this is right when Snapchat came out.
Oh gosh.
And I called my mother one day, and y'all see Growberry. I mean, she's hilarious. But I called her one day, and she's so frustrated. And I said, "Mom, she's at school." I said, "Mom, what are you doing?" She said, "Well, I'm dealing with a mess, and I'm at school, and I just walked in, and I know what these kids are doing, and they're sending pictures to each other of each other's titties." And she said, "I know what they're doing, but dadgummit, I can't catch them because the damn picture disappears." And I was like, I just got to be so frustrated because you know what's going on, but you can't collect evidence because it's gone. And Mom, of course, has no idea how to work any of this stuff.
I guess I could say this because I mean this is kind of the same thing. She called me to ask me about some technology to try to catch somebody passing notes, and she's like, "By God, I'm going to catch them."
I know.
Like, it's like if you're trying to pull something, if you're a student and you're trying to pull something over our mom, you're an idiot.
Good luck, bud.
You are an idiot. She'll tell us some stories about stuff that she's found, and I'm like proud of her. I'm like, dang, look at you, Mom. If it wasn't for us, you would have never known to check that spot.
I know. There was one day she called me. She was so proud. She said I just got offered a job with the narcotics department at the Hoover PD. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she says, well, because when they were busting some kid on the school premises for having marijuana in the car. And I said, Mom, don't tell me you busted these poor kids for a little weed. And she said, no, well, they can't have it at school, and it was, so she's doing her job. Well, anyway, the police are there, and the police are looking for it, and Mom goes, well, I know where it is. And the cop was like, what? How do you know where it is? And Mom says, because I've had kids that were bad. I know where it's hidden. And she, sure enough, went straight to the spot where it was hidden. And she got it out and pulled it out, and they offered her a job to come work on the task force. I said, "Dang, Mom, leave them kids alone." But anyway, she's a beast. If y'all know anything about our mother, you know that she is a riot. But she don't play when it comes to work. She does not play. Yeah. Here's another one coming on this list, and this one needs to be my favorite. The Delia's catalog. Wanting everything out of the Delia's catalog. I swear I would go to town with my Sharpie on that Delia's catalog. Like, yep, I want this and this and this, and knowing good and well my allowance can get me a bracelet. And I got 15 outfits, 3 sets of shoes, you know. I loved that catalog. Who else loved that catalog? Y'all tell me. I know you wanted everything out of it too, and then now you got one at the store. But there used to not be a store. There used to just be the catalog, I think. I mean, if there was a store, I definitely didn't know about it. Then there was at the mall. When we go to the mall, there was always first stop was the Sam Goody. What's the CD record store?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy, this record store was awesome.
That was fun. God, what was I gonna say? We were just talking about getting busted. Getting busted by Mom and all that kind of stuff. Should we talk about like stuff that she found?
You found on me
growing up.
Oh yeah, I smoked weed.
Yeah,
I smoked a lot of weed. Yeah, and when I was a kid, and she, found it from time to time, and she'd always confiscate it, right? Well, then, so this is the best part is that...
She would always confiscate it.
She would confiscate it, but she would hide it. And we found her hiding spot. And she wouldn't go back. She thought she was cocky is what it was. And she thought she had such a good hiding spot we would never find it. And so she never had to worry about it. And she just started collecting all this stuff. Well, every time I wanted to go smoke a bowl, I just go up to the hiding spot, get my pipe and my little weed, and I put it in there and smoke it, and, and then put it back. Yeah, and then watch her. And she's going, "It smells like it in here, I know." And Mom does not play. Mom is not on board with any of that stuff.
No.
So I would go with my friends in high school, and she'd come home early or something. Because, we'd go home, and she'd be home a couple hours after us. We should educate her our whole lives. So we were never really on the timeline. She was always coming home shortly after we were.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a little time there. And I remember one time she comes home, and I've got 10 of my friends at the house.
Oh,
and me and
gosh.
Annie have just gotten in a brawl. I about ripped my jeans off her body because she was wearing my blue jeans. I remember I was so mad. And we had just gotten into a big fight. But anyway, a friend of mine was there. We're, punk little high school kids. And we'd smoked some weed. And you could smell it through the whole house. And so Mom comes home early, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" And so it was like a joint or something, and there was half of it left. And my friend put it out real quick. "Oh crap! Your mom's home." He put it out real quick, and then just laid it on the bed, and then put middle of the bed, and then threw the blanket on top of it. Well, Mom's come. She's, oh Lord, the wrath of my mother when she
gets
came
that
home.
Look and that.
Oh man, it is scary. She is a
she's like
beast.
a pit bull.
It's so scary. She is so mad too. But she came home. She kicked everybody out. Put the fear of God in all my friends. It took a while before anybody wanted to come back to my house.
You remember in the Goonies when the evil lady's like chasing the Goonies, through the caves or whatever, and they just cut to her, and she's just like,
yes,
like eyes down, chin down, forehead up, eyes up, and just. That's exactly what she reminded me of.
Yeah.
You just see her just coming. It's like, oh no,
Baby Ruth. She's scary. But I remember that particular time she'd come home and we were busted, whatever. But she kept saying, "I smell it. Where is it, Brittany? I'm gonna kill you," And I'm going, "I don't know what you're talking about, Mom." Just eyes bloodshot, just laughing, giggling, whatever. Well, so finally she's gotten so fed up with me, she calls the police on me. On her own daughter.
Oh, I'm gonna show her.
I'm gonna find it. If I can't find it, they'll find it. Bring the dogs in on me. And I said, oh crap, Well, anyway, so the cops come to the house, and I couldn't believe she actually did that.
I don't remember this.
I don't know. I was an older teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know if you were still at the house, but she comes in. So the guy comes in. There's two of them, and it's scary when you're in your high school mom's house and the police walk in and mom let them in. You know what I mean? And so they come in, and I'm sitting there just high as a kite.
What do you think they told her? What do you think she told them? Like, my daughter, or
scare the shit out of her.
Yeah,
you know, take her to jail. That's what she probably said.
Yeah, true.
She would have. But they came in and I'm sitting on the bed, and they literally searched my entire room. And I'm sitting on the bed the whole time, and they're going through my drawers, my diary. I mean, all these things, pulling out stuff like that.
Do you have a warrant for this, man, sir?
Yeah, that's some smart ass shit Annie would have said.
Yes.
But now I sat there, and what am I supposed to say? So anyway, they get done, they don't find anything. I was so weak. Like, the whole time it was literally like underneath me on the bed. The bed is made. There's like a throw. It's like a made bed with a throw blanket that my buddy put it out real quick when he heard mom home, her screeching. He put it out and then just stuck it on the bed next to where he was sitting, and then threw the blanket on top of it. I didn't even know where it was until afterwards. And I'm just waiting on the hammer to come down. You know what I mean? I know they're about to find out. I know it.
It's in one of the drawers.
And then I was like, what is it? Like, I know he put this in it, and I lift up the blanket after they leave, and there it is, right there. It's half a joint. And I saved it later. But I mean, it was one of those booyah, I told you I wouldn't moments.
It's like, what else can you do? You just had the cops search my room.
And they didn't find it.
And they didn't find it. I told you I didn't have it.
I told you.
And then, later that night, she smells it again or whatever. Jeez. No, I remember she found, so throughout high school, I was kind of like, I didn't do anything crazy. I did stuff crazy, but I didn't do anything like illegal substance abuse. Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even think I drank or anything really until after high school. I remember it was like
one or two times.
Yeah, maybe like senior year. I remember my buddies Nick, Kyle, and Drew, and a couple friends were over at the house, and
don't get them in trouble.
But no, it was just one of the. It was kind of that ritual of like passing the torch or whatever. That moment of like, oh my God, I'm sitting here with my mom and dad and all my buddies, drinking a beer. And I think it had to be after high school. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been. I don't know, now. Maybe. But yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
But so, I don't think I really got into anything until after high school. And then I kind of dabbled and experimented and all that kind of stuff. And I think Mom knew, and I remember that she found that big monster bong, the big green one. It was like a 4-person.
The plastic.
Yeah. It was like a 4-person thing or 2-person thing where you had to have like 2 people in order for it to actually work.
Yeah.
And she like confiscated it, and then like a week later we found it in the garage, like up on a shelf.
Just sitting there. Like, what are you thinking, Mom? She's like, the obvious isn't obvious. Just put it right. Well, we can see that.
Yeah.
And Blaine's like, what if the neighbors come over? Mom, you're embarrassing us. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, no, if you're listening from anywhere outside of Alabama, you're probably like, well, this is nothing,
Yeah, it's no big deal.
But for us growing
down here,
it was
serious.
Serious.
It's still
is.
serious,
It still is.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I kind of dabbled in a little bit of everything. Not like the major stuff.
Yeah.
But just the typical
high school
stuff.
Swag. Some of that schwiggity.
Golly, there were some crazy stories about like meeting people and.
It's crazy though because like the way that it is down here, it's so different. And then like even to this day, you hear stories from moms because she's got to deal with high school kids. Of doing it and little dime bags of weed. This is like. Our parents, like my dad, I know smoked weed when he was in his day. When a dime bag was a dime, you know what I mean? Like back, but it's one of those things that is so widely accepted now across the country, and to be back down in South because I lived in Colorado for nearly a decade. Several years. And up there, it's just no big deal. Like where we live, Corey and I live together in a loft downtown, and literally you walk out in the first establishment from the loft, and these are really nice lofts. I mean, it's right downtown, right next to Coors Field. If anybody's from Denver, you know what I'm talking about. We were on Lawrence and 19th. I mean, in the middle of everything. And the first stop is the weed store. I mean, it's just right. It's right there. But you're 21 and up, and I know it's only been recreational for a few years now. But I mean, it was medicinal, for a long time. I mean, 15 years probably now it's been legal.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been that long?
Yeah, because I mean, when I lived there, it was legal for medicinal purposes, and I mean, it really does help people. That's I could go on and on about the benefits of marijuana. And our dad, when our dad was sick, he'd go
and your dog?
My dog going through the chemotherapy. I mean, I really got interested. I grew marijuana for a long time, and
like putting it on our food and stuff to quality of life at a certain point. Even trying to get our dad to just eat. Because when he's going through chemo, I mean.
But the baby girl was actually what got me interested in the whole thing. Because it's one thing when we were smoking pot being
baby girl is your dog.
Yeah, baby girl is my dog. When we were smoking pot being rebellious kids, that's one thing. Because you're just doing something rebellious or whatever, and you're just being a kid and whatever. But later on in life, when it wasn't really that important to me anymore, you go out and party and stuff like that, but it's not a big deal. Like, it's not like I ever needed to smoke marijuana or anything like that. Right. But what really piqued my interest in it is that my dog, I had a dog, she was older, but she had cancer. And they had to take out like 1.5 foot of her small intestine. And she was so sick, and I put this dog through chemotherapy because baby girl was like my child. If any of you are dog lovers or animal lovers, we grew up animal lovers, and but baby girl, she was going through all this, and I spent an ungodly amount of money putting my dog through chemotherapy, through surgeries, all this stuff, trying to save my dog's life because I love this dog so much. And nothing was working, and the vet looked at me and said, "Brittany, I'm sorry, you're going to take her home and make her comfortable. She's probably got 2 months to live." Well, a friend of mine that lived out in Colorado, and that was a grower of medicinal marijuana out there for cancer patients, things like that, he said, "Well, just try this and put some marijuana oil on her treats and feed it to her every day." So, if nothing else, she's got 2 months to live. I mean, make her comfortable, get her high. You know what I mean? But at this point, she'd lost so much weight, and she put down like 15 pounds, which is a lot for a dog. And so I started putting this oil on her treats every day, and she would eat it every day. And this dog gained 20 pounds back.
Jeez.
And lived for 3 years.
I remember that. I was thinking, golly, I thought she was on her last leg, a year ago, and then she was just still.
I mean, and I even told my vet what I had done, and they said it's got to be that. I mean, there's nothing else. They've done chemotherapy, they've done surgery, they've done all this, and that really, really piqued my interest in it. And then I know the day that I moved to Colorado and wanted to pursue that as my career, at the time, is when I gave her. She had gotten another tumor on her nose, like a year after when they said she had already been dead,
Yeah.
And this had been working, and she was wagging her tail, and she was happy, and her quality of life was so much better, and she was eating, and you know what I mean? She got
all her
way
pictures
back.
were like.
Yes, she was so happy. Yeah, she was
smiling.
stoned all the time. she was happy. She was alive, and she was my dog, And finally, one day this lump had come back on her nose. And instead of just feeding her more or anything like that, I used it and put it on my hand, and I would put it on top of it was a cancer. It was a tumor on her nose, and I put it
just
on her
rubbed
nose.
it on topical?
I rubbed it on topically for every day, and about 3 weeks of doing this every day, it started going down. Started going down to where it was gone.
What?
So that was enough for me to be like, well, something to this. I'm packing my bags. You know what I mean? But then, of course, when Dad got sick, it helped with him, and just to eat and not hurt and not be nauseous and not feel so bad. And the chemotherapy, if anybody's ever been through somebody with chemotherapy, it's
miserable.
It is miserable. Just to watch somebody you love go through that, it's like,
because they're so high. I mean, they're not high they're high on life, and then 2 days later they're just
so
can't
sick.
Move, throwing up, and just punched in the gut. Like, it's just it's
for us, I think Dad was he was 10 foot tall and bulletproof to us. So to see somebody that never cried and has never done, could do no wrong, was just this superhero to us. Can't hold himself up in the shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those kind of just so sick. And at that point, I think anybody would be willing to do anything to help, to take away, alleviate some of that pain. And so, I'm a total believer in the marijuana, the way that it is and how it's set up now. I think is an awesome thing. The economy's booming in the states where it's legal. And
right.
Alabama will hopefully get on board one day, not with, not today. I don't think it's going to happen this week, y'all. But
it's a pretty controversial, obviously, like world nationwide, topic. But I mean, yeah,
we should have started with this.
I know. We could
talk about this all day.
Talk about this because we got a lot more stories behind all this. So I want to know your thoughts on that. Like, do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
are you from a state where it's
like no
big deal or what?
It kind of goes back to like the whole being addicted to iPads and stuff. Like it can be addictive, I guess, or can it? Like, I don't know. It's one of those controversial things, but so can alcohol. Here we go.
Don't get me started on that.
Oh my God, we could go on and on and on about this.
Yeah, we could. But that's a good topic. Maybe we'll touch back on that later on because it is a big part. It was a big part of my life at one point in time. So what we're talking about, where we got this subject today was just being punk kids and doing anything. I mean, it didn't matter if it was a little booze, a cigarette, some marijuana, whatever, these little petty things. But to us, it's I think it was fun, and the thrill of it was that we weren't supposed to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, don't push the red button.
Don't push the red button. Yeah, exactly.
Push the red button.
It's funny too because in states like Colorado, they did the research, and I was listening to somebody talking about it the other day about how it's gone down. Like the kids that the younger generations that use marijuana has gone. The numbers have like plummeted because it's not illegal anymore. Like it's not a big deal. It's like, ugh. Ew, we don't do that.
It's like, this makes me...
We don't smoke cigarettes. Ew, gross. We don't smoke weed. Ew, nasty.
This makes me sleepy. It's not fun anymore. Stuff like that.
Exactly. It wasn't like this rebellious, I'm going to
It's kind of like when you... The grass is greener on the other side until you get there type thing. And it's like you have it so much. It's just like, whatever. Yeah. I remember we were in Seattle not too long ago, and like the Uber driver, there was like a big group of us in a van. We were on some... it was a brand deal, and it's just so predominant and so common. Yeah, well, I smelled it in the Uber driver. I think we all smelled it in the car because we were at a crosswalk waiting on everybody to walk by, and like I was like, and I looked over at Katie, and then as soon as I looked over at her, the Uber driver just rolls all the windows down. I was like, my man,
it's so funny. I know we're running out of time, but I got to tell you one more story. Corey's from Canada, but my husband's he's a Canadian, and it's actually completely legalized in the whole country come November, I think, this year.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we have like money in the weed stocks up there because we're smart. But that wasn't really the point. The point was that the first time I ever went to Canada, it was in Vancouver. And I had taken Mom with us. And so this is hilarious. So me and my sister were in the rental car. Me and my sister and my mom, I've taken them for my mom's 55th birthday, I think it was. It was something.
I remember
it was
that.
a birthday present to Mom. Is that me and Annie were on this like 3-week hiatus through California and like just traveling up through Seattle and all this. And we picked Mom up and took her with us to, I think in Vancouver or somewhere in America, and then drove up to Vancouver and Washington or whatever. But we're in the car. Annie's driving. Mom's in the passenger seat. I'm in the back seat. The windows are down. And we're sitting at a red light. And I light up a joint in the back seat. Now listen. Okay.
Unannounced?
Unannounced. I've never smoked weed in front of my mom. No, I would never be so disrespectful. Lord help me. No, she would beat my ass. So, no, that's never happened before. Well, Annie kind of looks back at me and her eyes get big, and the windows are down. And we had smoked cigarettes, I think, at the time, which I think we don't anymore. But so Annie ended up smoking cigarettes or something, and Mom hates both. But anyway, I'm in the back seat, and all the windows are down. We're in downtown Vancouver, and Mom's the funniest thing. She goes, She goes, must be true what they say up here because I can smell it. And she's talking about the smell of marijuana in the streets in Vancouver, and she thinks that it's just the way that this city smells because she's heard all these rumors about how Canada doesn't care about weed and all that.
And you're sitting back there
And the whole time we're driving, the whole time we're driving around, and it's just following us. You know, she's like, man, everybody smokes. You know, everybody must do this. And later on at that night, it was just bless her heart. She was clueless. But later on that night, she's telling the waitress at the restaurant or the waiter at the restaurant how, God, there's just everybody around here smokes marijuana because I can just smell it all day long. I can smell it. And Annie just died laughing. She's like, what? She goes, Mom, that was Brittany in the back seat.
Yeah, right. And it's right up your nose.
Yeah. So anyway, bless her heart. She's had to deal with a lot for me, but.
Kids, don't do drugs. Like we're not condoning drugs by any means, and you know all that kind of thing. But I think the way we were parented and grew up, it worked out well. I mean, we're not
can't take anything too seriously.
We're not too bad off, but I think that we'll end it on that note. And if y'all do want to hear more about our
those topics,
substance abuse,
those type of topics. One thing that we have been talking about is that we want to do. You know how Jerry Springer does a final thought?
Yeah, like we should have.
We've been wanting to do that. So our final thought for the day is that be responsible, folks. That's mine. Be responsible. You know. Don't take yourself too seriously. Don't take other people too seriously. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does stupid shit sometimes. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings. Nobody's perfect. And if you are, call me and tell me what your trick is. You know. Yeah.
Well, and if you do get busted, just don't tell Mom.
Don't tell Mom. That's a good one. Thanks for watching, y'all. 2 Times Tuesday. Tune in next week and be on the lookout for the merch. Go to the website.
Peace.
To the end of the block. That's when I saw this dime